slow some days. Hey look, I didn't do my hair. Good morning everyone, how you doing? For those tuning in for the first time, I am Chris. I go by Rufo Rooted Rockhound here on YouTube. And well, the name implies what I do. I am a rockhound. I do lapidary art as well, so I cut and polish stones that I find. But today, we're not going to be cutting or polishing anything. I went to Topaz Mountain in Utah, and I found some Bixbyite, which are these little cubes that are in the, I don't know if it's a tuft material technically, I forget what they call it, but they said, you know, it's not in the same area as the topaz. You have all the area with the topaz and then another little spot with the Bixbyite and then another spot with the red beryl. They're like in separate little deposits. Some of them are right next to each other and stuff. But anyway, before we left Topaz, I did get to pull from a pile of the Bixbyite and I found a couple little pieces here. So let me turn my other light around here, and good morning everyone. My chat is all messed up, so I'm gonna have to read it off of the laptop. How's the sound? Okay, sounds good. Hi Allison, John, Ken, we got Loki, what's up? I'm using the new lights, courtesy of Loki. These things are great. Got these studio style lights right here. They are wonderful. How's the quality? Looking good? Oh, they got us capped at 720. That's so strange. I was live with Allison and they gave us 1080. I've got high-speed fiber optic internet. I don't know why they're not giving me 1080. Oh well. Anyway, back to the subject matter at hand. Bixbyite. They're these really cool little cubes. Hey, there's Sonia. We got my mom. Morning, Mom. Okay, so let me move this out of the way for a moment. Let's see, we're gonna have to zoom in a little bit. Move the camera a touch. Come on, there it goes. All right, so here's a little piece of Bixbyite. The thumbnail was a little misleading, I know. That wasn't my piece. That was just a piece of Bixbyite. But we're hoping to play with this rock a little more today and find a few more pieces of this in there. Just to have little tiny specimens of the Bixbyite. Man, my chat is all messed up. I'm gonna take a screenshot to show you guys on Discord later. Oh, wow. It's overlaying like the last 12 messages are overlaid on my screen. I wish I could show you. That's crazy. Anyway, we've got another piece of it right here. There's another piece hiding back there. There's some underneath that I found in some of these little crevices. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do this, but first thing today I'm gonna focus on is trying to get this little piece out with a little bit of the matrix, just to have as a tiny specimen display. Let me read the chat real quick. Everyone just saying hi. Hey there, Jenny Stone. Okay, cool. So lots of people saying hi. I thought I was missing a bunch of chat. It's all messed up on my phone. It's so weird. But let's go ahead and move around some of these lights a bit. So I can move my camera. Just off to the side here. That way I can work on it while y'all get to watch. And I'm not reaching around my camera awkwardly. Okay, get a sip of my coffee, because gotta have some caffeine. How's everyone doing today? Pardon me, I got a cough. Let me mute it. Hey there, Wildheart. Just in time, we're gonna start playing with this and picking away at it to see if we can't reveal a little piece of the Bixbyite. That'll be a nice specimen piece like this one. Since you just joined us, let me zoom in a little bit here and try and show you this one. There's a little tiny piece of the Bixbyite. Nice little cubic mineral. I don't know much about this. I didn't bother researching it now, or before doing this video. I will do some research on Bixbyite. And there's a reason, there's Bixbyite and Bixbyite. There's the red barrel. It's because of the guy who discovered it. I know that. Has to do with his name, but I will do some more research before the part 2 video from Topaz comes out and maybe share some background and history and mineral ID info. So I got a whole bunch of random Dremel tips here. And I'm just gonna pick one and go in. I probably should put those back in. Let's not be messy. Hold on here. Guess I didn't need to pull them all out. Let me look at my computer for the chat. Man, I wish YouTube would stop having so many issues. I've never seen the chat do this before on mobile, and none of you will know what I'm talking about until I can post it in Discord later. And I do apologize. Allergies have me a little awkwardly stuffed up this morning. My voice keeps being up and down and nasally, and keep getting like that lovely, lovely allergy congestion. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and remove a bunch of this, and then we'll go in back here and try and remove around this, and just pop that little piece out on a little bit of the matrix right there. Hopefully that'll work. Let me scroll back up to where Wild joined, because that's where I was in the chat. Hey there, Patrick. How you doing? And yeah, so actually when we were at the mine, I wish I'd recorded the talk the guy gave us, but that's why they're really kind of trying to steer away from the term Bixbyite. So Bixbyite is the cubic mineral, and they're just trying not to even use the word Bixbyite to describe red barrel anymore. That's just red barrel, and they just call it red barrel up there to avoid confusion for people. So I did find that kind of funny and mildly annoying. That's what happens when someone names a discovery after themselves, huh? All right, I think in the gold pan's not gonna work too well because I can't show you on the camera and get in there. So I'm just gonna have to vacuum after this. Oh, the wish list. Yeah, so the wish list I mentioned, Loki got me these lights off of an Amazon wish list that I made. It's, whoop, not been fully released to the public yet. I just made like a little wish list for my streaming stuff of things that I want, like lights and a microphone, and shared it with just a couple people, but I was gonna make it public. I wanted to test it first and see how it worked, and Loki was super gracious in buying these lights for me and helping me test how the Amazon wish list gifting system works. Oh, I see more under it. It's maybe a little dark, but right down there I can see another maybe flat face under this one. I was just gonna pop a bunch of this off, but I think I see a little tiny one right there too. Might be a little cluster of them. Let me check the chat. I guess I can, let's see. Sorry, I'm gonna pull up the list real quick here. Okay, sorry. So that, Mom, you were asking, that's the wish list there. Hopefully that works. Just a little Amazon streaming wish list of things that I'm going to buy eventually. But if people want to help donate to the channel, they can totally buy me some little gifts. Just let me know if you do, because Amazon doesn't tell me, and it goes to my P.O. box and sits there. Yeah, this is from Topaz Mountain, so I think they called it a rhyolitic tuft, because it's like an ash flow material or something. Again, I think, Patrick, you joined right after I was saying, or at least you started chatting right after I was saying how I need to do research on the background of the geology of the area, the minerals, all of it. I don't really know anything other than we went there for Topaz. It's really soft though. I'm just cutting into it. My hopes was to kind of get underneath it a little bit here and then behind it and just pry this whole piece out. I've done it with a few of the topaz already. It's so soft. You can do this to just free the topaz out really easily. Oh no, I think I see a little more Bixbyite back there. I saw some black. Oh, or a little pocket opened up in there. You can kind of see it on camera right there. Little dark spot opened up. Oh, yep, it's a little cavity. Cool, that might make lifting this off and removing it easier. It's a nice porous material. My kids and 3 of their friends dressed up like Ghostbusters for Halloween. Used parts of my vacuum and haven't put it back together yet. Minus your vacuum at the moment, yep. So, Wild Heart, they had really big pieces of it in my video. If you saw at the end of my Topaz video yesterday, they had some pretty big cubes of it. And once I free this one out and get this removed from the rock, I'm gonna smash this up. Probably end up crushing most of this up, looking for more cubes inside. And if we're lucky, maybe we'll get a bigger one, but my hopes aren't super high other than getting this little specimen out. Let me read the chat here. And no, I did not soak the rock, to answer your question. There was no soaking done. This is just really dry, soft, brittle material. You can actually sit and break bits off with your fingers. Hey, what's up, Rocky Mountain Bear? We're just playing, breaking up some of the host of the Bixbyite here from Topaz Mountain. I'm just trying to read the comments real quick. Yes, Jenny. So actually, let's show that really quick here. So the topaz I mentioned in the video, there is, you know, a few colors of topaz out there, but there's the nice champagne colored topaz out there in Utah. And this one's not wanting to focus for me right now, but this nice champagne colored topaz will fade to completely clear, and they said about 25 days of direct sunlight. So if you leave a chunk like this in your window, in 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks time, it will be faded to completely clear. And so a handful of the pieces I have, I did find out on the ground totally clear, but they were still some of my best finds. Such as, let me grab it. Move the lights in a little. This one. Look at that. That one is gorgeous. It's big. Super pretty topaz. And it goes all the way down into the rock here too. Like it goes down. There's another one under here that, look, wasn't in the sunlight, so it still has color. I found the rock. Let me zoom out a little. I found the rock like this, covered. I broke this open and exposed that in there, but that was covered by rock still. And I saw that one, and I started to break it up, seeing what else was maybe in this cavity. And there was that other little one in there. And some nice druzy as well. Some nice topaz druzy in there. Some little topaz on the back. But it is UV reactive in the blacklight, yes. I will, not with this piece. Let me grab another one and I'll show you. We'll just grab some of these little ones here, and I'll show you in the blacklight real quick and read some more comments. Man, it's really annoying me today. I'm sorry, I'm gonna complain about it a few times that I can't see the comments on my phone today. Blacklight, where's my blacklight? I just had it. There it is, okay. Okay, and yes, it's from Topaz Mountain. All of this today that we're gonna be looking at is from Topaz Mountain, so get ready for the UV. This is topaz in here, and the orange is the actual topaz reacting. So let me grab a piece of that out. Ooh, there's phosphorescence in here too. Holy cow. Wait a sec. Look at the really bright stuff, the calcified. I'm pretty sure it's like calcified rock, but look at the phosphorescence. But here we've got that one's mildly reactive. I grabbed the wrong one. But it's really hard to show. You got to get really close. There's not a ton of glow. It's like around the edges of the crystal. But do you see that glow in there? So yeah, a little bit of glow in the UV, which I did not know. Had no idea. And some of them react more than others. It does seem the deeper the champagne color, the more they glow. I'll check the comments in one sec. That's a really nice one there, actually. This would be B grade, maybe C grade. So it's got a lot of matrix, but the crystal is really good condition. So it does make it kind of B grade material. So B grade, the crystal's really nice, has good facets, but is covered in matrix. Lots of little pieces in here. Okay, let me check the comments really quick here. Sorry. I'm gonna take another screenshot because this is silly. I'm gonna show people later. Okay, I think I've read all the comments. Cool. Anyhow, let's keep trying to break up some of the Bixbyite. Okay, no worries, Mom. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. I'm gonna try and move this top bit. I'm just gonna wedge it in there and pry it. Cause look, that's how loose this material is. Just comes right apart. I'm gonna throw all this in my gold pan to check it later for tiny cubes. This stuff's really fragile, so you also want to be careful not to break apart your cluster, but it's such a tiny piece, and I plan on going back to actually get more and do a whole Bixbyite day that I'm not really worried about damaging this one. So I'm using diamond tips, which I highly would not recommend, because you touch your specimen and you scratch it. I've also got wooden tools here and toothpicks, but I just decided to go gung-ho today with this and say, why not? I'm definitely planning to go back and get more. Tap this out. What's that? Allison, not Allison, wait, it was Wildheart. In Utah, what? Are you asking Bear? The maps thing is in Utah? Or this? This is from Utah, yes. And I'll be going back to Utah for more of this. If you're asking Bear, then those maps are for everywhere, they're for every state. Come on, get loose, you little rock. There you go. Maybe I should cut back deeper here. New Dremel is on the way. Finally ordering one. Rotary tool. Might not actually be Dremel brand. I've got a few I'm looking at. But Jessica, who's a Patreon member, she sent me money a little while ago to help cover a new rotary tool, but then we had our moving emergency and everything happened and I just never bought it, and I felt really bad because she helped me out and sent me the money to buy it. So now I'm gonna actually buy it now that we're getting back on our feet and moving expenses aren't taking a toll on the bank account so much. Man, I don't know if you guys can see, it's making okay progress since I'm doing this by hand. And yeah, Loki, I'm down to go to so many places. I applied for a job back at my old place. We'll see if I hear back from them. If I don't hear back this week, I'm gonna probably just take a job at some other places I was looking at that are hiring, but I would definitely like to go back to my old job. I really enjoyed it there. Great people, great community, awesome job, fun vibes, good times, good company. They always treated us well. I've still got a bunch of swag from them. I used the backpack and jacket and stuff they gave me. This underpart is really soft. It's just chewing through there. Oh, there's little tiny cubes. It's hard to see, but there's little tiny ones all over the place here. Like there's a little one. There's a little tiny one in there. There's a little tiny one there and there. Little tiny cubes in all these little holes all over the place, but they're itty bitty. Not even worth the effort because you need a microscope to look at them. But hopefully getting this little cluster out and cleaning it up a bit will be somewhat worth it. Or just fun to hang out here. Chat with y'all. I'll have to do a before and after comparison. Take some clips from that I got of this before the live and then after. And see what it looks like with this little progress we've made. Maybe take highlights from the stream and do a little time lapse showing me digging through. Let me check the chat. I'm currently not wearing a mask because I'm chatting with you all, but because I'm not really grinding with a rotary tool, it's not kicking up dust everywhere. It's just knocking little bits of this sediment around. I would normally wear a mask if I was doing this off camera still, even though I'm doing it by hand. But luckily, these lights are really bright and I don't see hardly any dust kicking up. compared to when I was out there digging, oh man, I got lungfuls of this dust while we were out at Topaz. So this right here is literally nothing compared to the day of digging at Topaz. You guys saw in that video just how windy it was. The wind was unbearable. I actually couldn't use a lot of clips. I put in a handful, you know, like the ones with music, but there's a bunch of clips I just decided to scrap because I was trying to talk to the camera, but it was so windy you couldn't hear a word. Or the wind would be too unbearable to listen to, so. Man, I almost want to go. I actually think I have an old cruddy rotary tool that would work better than this, but that's fine. Build in those hand muscles and carve out a nice little specimen here, just a nice little circle. The business name for the, oh man, John, I'm not sure. For the Topaz place, it was Topaz Mountain Adventures, if that's what you're referring to. If I was talking about something else before that would have a brand name, you'll have to remind me because I just kind of blab a little bit here and there and forget what I've said as I ramble. But the mine where I got this was Topaz Mountain Adventures. Oh, my old work. I wasn't sure if I really want to give out too much public info and let people know where I work, because then people can come, like, find me in person. A lot of my regulars know it was a coffee shop. And no, it was not Starbucks. It was Phil's Coffee. I worked for 6 years for Phil's Coffee. Very, very awesome company. Got another cavity down here opening up. It's amazing how soft this material is that I can do this by hand. I thought about going and grabbing my old Dremel just a second ago because I had just remembered while we were moving, I found an old Dremel tool that doesn't have much power and you can't push hard with it, but sure be a lot faster than this. Yes, so I do have an outdoor windscreen style mic. I was super intelligent and didn't bring it with me that day, but it's also not the best quality. I've used it in other videos and people have complained about clicking noises or buzzing noises and things sometimes. They're not the highest quality mic. I did cheap out and get like, it's like a $15 one on Amazon or something. It's the problem, you don't get the cheapest. Currently on my wish list is an actual studio style mic to have on the table here. Oop, I just saw this whole piece move. Yep, there it goes. I see the entire thing wiggling. Oh. Okay. Well, let's see if I can loosen more around before it breaks off, because it looks like it's going to split the cube part here, which I don't want. But as we said, that might happen. I was somewhat expecting it. I just wanted to try and work around it and move it as a big piece, but that might not be reality. Oh yeah, I can see where I think it cracked there. Yeah, it's it's not a very good one was the problem. In fact, let's see, it's right here. And I just didn't take it with me that day. It's a double, where is it? There we go. It's a set of 2, and it just plugs into my phone. You can have one or both on, but you'll see them on Amazon and stuff. They're just like the cheapest ones out there. I even had to tape down the button because the button jiggles and it makes a horrible sound. Like the jiggling of the button carries into the microphone, and like when I had it on and did my first test recording, you could hear click, 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 click every time it moved. So I had to tape down the button. Cheap. Okay, sorry. Read the comments here. Yes, true, Patrick. Very true. It would definitely give me better control and hold on it. We're already so far in. Yeah, no, it's just coming off. There it goes. Oh, well, all of the cubes came off, actually. There's none left in there. Oh, we got the little specimen, like I wanted. So I can mount it on a little tiny acrylic. My little Bixbyite. Whoop. It's so soft. There we go. It's just, all the host is falling off of it. Such a tiny specimen. Well, we did it. Yay! So now, next, I'm going to smash this up with the hammer. That was a whole lot of work for that thing to pop off. I did a lot of unnecessary digging there. But now I've got that one and my other little cube here. So this little cube of Bixbyite and that little cube of cubic cluster of Bixbyite. We're going tiny, tiny little specimen display. Oh yeah, the cattail mic screens. Yeah, so I even saw little ones I could put on these. Like you could buy an extra, the big fuzzy one, and put it over the mic I had. Definitely a future thing that I need to do for doing more rockhounding outdoor stuff. And especially next time I return there. I forgot just how windy it is out in that desert. Like every day it's super windy, always. When we went to Dugway, it was horrible and much worse. It was like blowing us over and blowing your jacket off of you if you couldn't like keep your jacket zipped up and stuff. And blow your clothes right off you. Thanks, Jenny. Jenny says it is a manganese iron oxide mineral with a Mohs of 6 to 6.5. Appreciate that. I'm going to do a whole bunch of research on the Topaz, Bixbyite, the host material, see if we can find composition information, and I'll try and share all that in future videos with a little part 2 and whatnot. But yeah, I just want to do a fun little live, breaking that up a bit. I am going to probably end it there, hang out for a second, and get people's opinion, since a few of you are here. Who would be interested in a live sale and when, if at all? I've got a whole bunch of Topaz here to show you. I'm gonna flip this around. I just wanted to adjust the camera. So, I've still got a bunch of aragonite. I've got about 55 displays of Topaz left. We sold a few on private sales. But I've got everything from some clusters. Bought a whole bunch of window displays. They start as low as $5. This one here's $14. Is a nice topaz point. Kind of B grade with some matrix. Here's a really nice one. I think that might have been on the thumbnail of the video yesterday, maybe. It's a nice topaz. That's 25 in the case. And they all come with the case. So, little something to just kind of throw out there is if some of you want a live sale or interested in some topaz, you can also message me on Discord. I'm happy to do live private sales. I've done them through Facebook Messenger with people, Discord Messenger. It's been hard for me to just like find random time to go live and know when I'm gonna go live to put up like, hey, I'll be live tomorrow this time to have a sale. And now Kyle's doing Saturdays and Sundays. So like the last 2 Sundays I was gonna go live, and I logged onto YouTube and I forgot this Sunday too. I logged on, I was like, cool, we'll do a live sale today, put it up, and then I saw Kyle was live. I was like, oh yeah, he's doing Saturdays and Sundays now. Maybe I shouldn't go live while he's live, but figure I'll try during the week if anyone here wants some little topazes. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Yeah, the little thumb helps. Yeah, Al is getting his facet machine today. That's exciting. I hope it works for you, man. I hope it's not junk. Like, I hope it's really nice and like has everything you need, and you don't like find out you have to go buy some parts or something. I did not find any red beryl, John. We did not go to the location that has the beryl. There are different deposits around Topaz Mountain and throughout the dome that have the different minerals. There's like the Topaz area we went to. Just off to the side is the Bixbyite area, and I didn't actually go over there. They brought a pile of the Bixbyite over in a truck and dumped it. And as we were leaving and I was talking to the owners, I looked down and I saw this big rock. And I saw this one that we just played with today. And I said, oh, hey, look, there's a piece of Bixbyite in there. And then I handed it to the mine owner because it was their tailings pile, and the lady was digging through it with someone. I was like, hey, I found one right here. Here you go. And she's like, no, you found it. You can keep it. I was like, oh, sweet. I won't argue with that. I'll keep a little piece of the Bixbyite. So it was just by chance at the end of the day that we were talking and hanging out with them that I got to find that little piece of it. But we did not go to the red beryl area, and I hope when I return next time that it's not too dangerous of an area. I didn't show it in the videos for some reason. I swear I had recorded it, but I'll have to do it in the future. But when we were out there, maybe I'll see if my brother has a clip. It's huge, sheer cliff wall looking. It's like a big, imagine you're like in a volcanic crater looking thing. It's like a big dome that's been eroded out and just huge straight up walls. Like you're looking at the sides of an old volcano crater or something. And I can't believe people walk way up there and hike up that. And every year people get hurt. And unfortunately people die like quite often. Once every year or two, every few years, someone falls down that mountain and gets severely injured or dies, and they're life flighting people out of there. There was one just this last year that they were telling us about, and the mine owner was warning us. It's like, yeah, if you go up there, just be careful, have the right equipment, just know where you're stepping at all times. They see life flight come in and remove someone all the time, and it's horrible. So safety first. Don't go alone to do that kind of stuff. It's not safe. And so we opted for the pay to dig area. That wasn't dangerous. That was easy access. You could park your car right there, dig right there, take all you want. So that's the other big difference, is all that stuff up on the hill with the red beryl is the public land, and you can't sell that stuff. I can sell all of this because it came from a private mine, but I can't sell the stuff from public land. So that was another huge factor in deciding to go to the pay to dig area. Was like, we can go to public land and find 3 crystals if we dig all day, if we're lucky, or we could go to the pay to dig spot, and I found over 100 crystals. Like, I found over 100 topaz crystals. So it was more than worth it all around. All right, let me read. Oh, Jeff stopped in, has to get back to driving. Later, man. Oh, and I gave my mom some. I gave some to a few people, yeah. I was really worried I lost this Bixbyite piece. I actually spent maybe 3 hours yesterday looking for it, and I looked all over, and I'd almost given up. I was like, cool, it's gone. I accidentally gave it to my brother or Jean or my mom or something, and I just figured it's gone. And then I was going through some other stuff in the closet, and it was under all the petrified wood that I had from that same trip out in Utah. I went out to another place and got petrified wood with someone, and that video is not out yet, but it'll be up in a week or two here. And the petrified wood we got was amazing, by the way. So I sliced some open, really colorful stuff. I sliced some open here. In fact, let's just flip it around. Show you for a minute here. Move the lights over. So this was some gorgeous petrified wood. Adjust this other light. There we go. Lovely, lovely petrified wood that I found. We sliced into. It's got gorgeous wood grain. Look at that. And we found some halite opal out there as well. It glows super green. Here's the other small piece that we cut off. Yeah, gorgeous. The wood out there was amazing. And I forgot what got me on this little rant, what I was saying. Oh, right, I found it in the bucket of this. I found the Bixbyite under my bucket of petrified wood as I was going through it. So look at that. It's got nice veins running through. It's got botryoidal on it there. Look at that, little bots. Beautiful, beautiful opalized and agatized wood from a secret spot in Utah. Can't disclose where it came from just yet till the person gives me permission. If they give me permission. Oh, there's some more bots up there. Let me grab some of the UV stuff too. So here was some of the opal we found up there. It's opal and chert. So you get these really cool bands of opal running through the chert. I got a few pieces of that and some other goodies, but that'll all be another video and some other lives. I just want to do a fun little short one today going through this stuff. Read through this bit here. Oh, cool. Anyway, I'll cut up on chat. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I just wanted to get on for a little bit today, play with the Bixbyite. I was going to do it either way, so I figured, hey, why not do it live? We'll chat and have something to show. Anywho, again, if you want any Topaz and stuff, let me know. It's all available. I Twitch randomly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to go do. I got to go change a few things up, switch over my Hulu account, and pay some other, change some bills up, put stuff to a different card, run some errands, getting a new office chair, returning this one that we got, all that fun adult stuff to go do. So appreciate y'all hanging out. I will see y'all soon and see a lot of you over on the Discord. Have a great day. Bye. And maybe, there it is.